man. We had a little bit of drama. I apologize, but we are back again, man. We were right in the midst of a conversation. We have some guests in the building. Everything is squared away, so we just act like nothing happened, right?
I don't know what.
Greg, you're an asshole.
You no say.
You no say. All right, where were we at? Where were we at? Who was cooking?
We were at where?
There's a boss over here. She's the boss. So now, okay, I got a hold on. I got a question for this lady. You the boss, right?
Okay. Yes.
So do all the men you date have to be the boss?
No, my men don't have to be the boss, but they have to be able to deal with a boss. They have to be able to create a space for me to be big. You know what I'm saying? Like, some men can't create a space for a woman to be bigger than they are.
So you just want to be bigger than the man?
I don't want to be bigger than my man. That's not what I'm saying.
As you just said.
No.
You said
what
some
I
men
said
can't
was
create a space.
You have to be able to create a space. Remember, your conversation started with you are a boss.
Yes.
I am a boss, right? I run my own businesses. I don't need my man. I want my man.
Okay.
Right? So I need for my man to be able to support me in my business. And if, if he's just, has a 9 to 5, whatever the case is, I support him, we support each other, but he has to be able to be okay with me being a boss. Like, he could be home right now and I'm doing podcasts. I'm on the podcast with you two handsome men. I'm always going out somewhere. You know what I'm saying? He has to be comfortable in the fact that I have to be outside.
So are you single?
Next question.
I want to meet this guy. I want to meet this guy. He's a good guy. Because it's kind of difficult to date women like that, because a strong woman like that has a strong personality, and if you can have a clash like that. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of difficult. So you need a certain type of man.
But I'm also.
It all comes down to communication. You have to have a communication before you even do anything.
You have to be comfortable.
To be on the same page.
You really have to be comfortable.
Especially for actors like ourselves, we might be in a compromising situation as long as, like, we're okay with being in that scene, whether it's a kiss scene or a faked intimacy scene. Your significant other has to be okay with the fact that you're going to be in those positions and you're going to be growing as an actress or, as an actor, going for the females as well. You can't be with somebody that's going to be insecure, and sometimes you don't find out until you're in those situations, unfortunately. But communication across the board is the utmost important thing.
Yeah, he already knows that he wouldn't be comfortable with it. So that's like a thing where.
You already know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's good.
That's
no,
okay.
but that's wonderful that you know that.
Yeah, that's okay.
So that you couldn't set yourself up to date me.
Yeah, because we would be too
Hold on.
bosses.
We'd be fighting.
Now you know what's to ask a question. Go right ahead.
So this question going to get fired.
Man, do you see yourself getting threatened by a boss lady? Like, do you see yourself feeling little in a relationship with a woman that's running her own?
See, that's an interesting question, because I've been in a relationship with someone like that, and I never felt threatened, but it didn't feel good. And I always said that I'm never going to put myself back into that situation, not based on what the woman makes, not based on what her job is. I feel like it's about personality traits. It's about character traits. Sometimes women that make a certain amount of money have these character traits that don't allow them to listen to a man, or don't allow them to take, I don't want to say direction or instruction, but take guidance from a man.
They're not going to listen to the bottom line. They're not.
I just saw something, a video where the guy, said that he was working all day. The young lady was home. She doesn't work. He asked her to clean up and cook something because she was home all day. And she said, "Who the fuck you think you're talking to?" Immediately out the gate. Now, just the fact that a woman would come out her face and say something like that to the man that she's supposed to care for and have intimate feelings for is just a lack of respect. Automatically, that woman she's no longer valuable to me. Once a woman loses respect for you, she's no longer valuable. That, to me, that's the number one quality that I think a woman needs to have for a man, is respect. You don't respect me, get the fuck out of here.
Again, let's go back to it. I'm a boss, but I will get up if my man is hungry at 3 o'clock in the morning and make him something to eat.
Really?
I will.
I mean, it sounds good.
My man. My man, though. Like my man.
Figure out if that person is really
I would.
with you and for you or not.
Right.
I agree with what you're both saying, you know, but it is very situational.
That's not
because
for everyone.
Everybody is
Definitely not.
completely
It's not for
different.
everyone.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get up for the last one, but I'll get up for, you know what I'm saying? Like, it depends. I wouldn't do that
If
for
you're
everybody.
showing me the respect I need as a woman,
It depends
to,
on who-
like,
yes.
I need somebody who's gonna be able to get me comfortable enough to be in that, you know, feminine place, regardless of if I'm a boss or not. To be able, like, oh, you know what? Let me make you some of
wait a
your
minute.
favorite dessert.
Okay,
Let me
Dad.
make you
Time out.
meal.
I know where
It's
you're going
not
with
gonna-
that. I know
We're
where you're
gonna
going.
do
Go ahead.
everything
Time
with
out.
love if we
Go ahead.
have that.
Hit it.
If you're a
hit it.
woman, ain't you already in the feminine place? Where the hell do you gotta go?
No, because
No.
Listen,
You can't
listen,
dap him up
there's
though,
a lot
because
of
wait a minute. So
spaces
all of your
where-
friends, all of your male friends are stand-up dudes. They all go home every night to their lady if they have a woman. They all stand-up dudes and they do what they're supposed to do as a man.
All my male friends is in the room, and the answer is no.
No.
Like, so that's what I'm saying. So like that whole hard dapping up.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
That's invalid.
That's invalid.
You know, like-
No, but
Absolutely.
what I'm saying is,
Because you
I-
know
I've
that's
been-
not always the truth. Just like we can admit
Now,
to
let me
not
ask you a
every
question,
woman
right?
is righteous and all of that. You should be able to admit that not
No,
every
but she
man is
said
on
she
point.
needs
Exactly.
she needs a man to put her into her feminine energy,
like, that's supposed to be already there.
right?
No.
But
It's-
Go to the
that's
energy.
where a
No,
lot
it
of
depends on
you
where you
know
are.
You gotta think
guys
about
are
what's
Depends on if
lacking.
you're a
They don't
single
let us
mother
be in that space.
and you had to be the boss for years. You know what I mean? It
Well-
depends where you are in life.
So
a
you-
lot
it
of
has to-
women now
That's
are,
another
are very
conversation.
much
That-
in
that's-
survival
that's me
mode
right now, you know
without
what I mean?
either
Yeah.
a father figure or a male figure.
Why do you
or
think that
even
there's
in a
so many
relationship.
women right
we're
now
not able to do
running
that.
around with LLCs? Because
They're
there
trying to be
aren't.
bosses.
They're trying to be bosses because there aren't any men that are coming around bossing up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, so remember the tables have turned. That's why I say you can't hold on to old theories, right? With the new things going on in the world, women have stepped it up. Women are in a space where they can now be the sugar mama,
Okay, now I got a
right?
question for you,
But
right?
nobody really. I don't want a sugarfoot man. Now, not for nothing, I don't mind if my man doesn't make what I make, and that's my man.
But you do mind.
We good. I don't mind.
That's gonna be my next
don't
question.
mind. I'm not
Wait
like
a
a lot of women, but I don't mind that.
So you're a
can't-
strong black
You
woman,
can't
right?
be a bum.
Wait, you a strong black woman?
Don't get it twisted. You can't be a
No,
bum.
wait a minute. Are you a strong black woman?
Absolutely.
Now, have you ever heard of a strong Chinese woman or a strong
That's
Mexican
I heard
woman?
that joke already. You said
It's
that
not
last
joke,
week.
But what I'm saying is, you don't gotta,
Absolutely.
Why would,
It's not labeled as a
why you gotta
because
label
black
yourself?
women are the bottom of the barrel. Asian women are not at the bottom of the barrel.
We have
black
to go
women
through
have
things
birthed
you guys
the
don't
earth,
even
and we get the
understand.
least respect from everybody. Don't get me started.
Oh,
If
Bruised.
I-
An Asian woman don't need to be labeled as a strong Asian woman. Nobody ever downed her and belittled her to be weak. You know what I'm saying? They have their thing in their culture that they praise and that they go about, right? Black women have always been slaves.
Well, black men were slaves
Slave.
too.
We are still slaves. Right?
Yeah,
so
but we
so
were
much so
done
that
in
our
ways y'all
men
can
say
never
that they don't
imagine.
want to be with us because we got these attitudes. Like, come on, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's
a
a
lot.
lot. Black women have to
me,
claim
yeah.
everything that we can claim. We
Okay.
have to. And as a black man, you should understand that.
Okay.
And that's where we drift apart.
Now, do you feel that black women, and I hesitate to use this word, tend to have attitudes a little bit more than what you would consider
Yes.
other women to have?
Yes.
I feel like
Okay.
it's more because we constantly
The white
have
women
to
per
stand
se?
up for ourselves. Even if the way I'm talking now, like I grew up in a predominantly, white neighborhood.
Never noticed.
You know what? But if I was to talk like how I'm normally talking, I'm aggressive. I have an attitude.
Yeah.
I'm like those type of women. What's those type of women?
Yeah.
Somebody that stands up for themselves and doesn't put up with the
But,
BS.
okay, and again, so the black woman, we're always angry. We have an attitude, right? But when a white
Allegedly.
woman cries, what's the terminology for that? White woman tears, right? Everybody calms down and quiets and coddles a white woman when she sheds a tear. Who pays attention to a black woman when she sheds a tear? Who is there to hold us?
Her best
because
friend.
y'all going over there with the Spanish and the white women because they don't have no attitude.
But listen,
Okay.
listen, you both just agreed that black women may tend to have a little bit of attitude based on your circumstances.
Yeah.
Correct?
Mhm.
That's,
The things that happen.
that's
What you gonna call
That's
it?
safe.
It's
That's,
not.
let's just say
Sometimes
word.
it definitely can be
Safe word.
frustration.
Let's let him have that.
okay,
Safe
so
word.
I can
Go
have
ahead.
that. Thank you. All right, 'cause
Uh-huh.
I don't want to get banned no
I
more.
know. I want you to go ahead. I want you to
Personality disorder, we'll call it.
Okay.
No, let's not do that because
don't-
you are banned.
Uh-uh.
Let's not do that.
So my point is,
Oh.
would it be fair to say that if a man goes to another race, a white woman, a Asian woman, or somebody that would be considered to be more docile or more quiet or more understanding of his needs and less confrontational, would it be safe to say that that would be the easier route for him to go and he shouldn't be judged for that if he wanted to do
No,
that?
it is an easy route, and you should absolutely be judged.
Yeah.
You should absolutely be judged for that.
think you should be
Because
judged?
yes, you should be judged for that.
And those be the same
Because
women
what you have
cutting y'all
done
up and
is
putting y'all in
instead
Exactly.
of showing concern for your black woman, you have left her hanging to go and be with somebody else who's more docile.
And you're going for the wrong reason.
And the reason why they're angry is because we're being left. Right?
Consistently.
Like I said, we are at the bottom of the barrel.
Listen, I'm not
now,
the-
with black men, because it's always about black men, yes, y'all have it the fuck hard. But y'all are stepping on our
Absolutely.
backs.
I'm not disagreeing with you that black women are considered to be the bottom of the barrel when it comes to race and gender. Okay, yes, I will agree with you.
Race, gender, love,
Workplace.
marriage. When's the last time you've been to a black marriage? And then how many before that?
I'll agree with I'll agree with you on that. But I will say that yes, they've gone through controversy, they've gone through turmoil, and it has caused black women to become tougher, become stronger.
So
correct?
what happened to the black men? Because y'all been
we
through a
have
lot
to.
too. But instead of being tougher and sticking around, right, and rocking
I mean, there's a
and
fair
holding
share.
it down, y'all leave us
There's a
behind.
fair share of black women that are out here dating white dudes. So
'Cause we
can't-
have to.
We can't. You don't have. Oh, now you
We-
have to.
No. What I'm saying is because just like we have to be strong, just like we have to claim that strong, right? All the black men are either in jail or with white women or gay.
But the black women are still taking care of their kids.
But
though.
the
What do
black
we?
women are taking
I don't
care
know,
of
I
the
guess
kids.
What do we
the
fit in
we
there?
the 1%.
We ain't got no white women. We
Y'all
ain't
the
No,
fact-
you
y'all
are.
the
You
0.5%.
there is the 1%
Yeah,
of
it's the
men that are
1%.
actually good, like regardless of where the woman
But
is
he
in her
thinks
life.
that black women shouldn't have a black man because we have attitudes.
I never
so he's
said
not
that.
even a part of the 1%.
Hey,
He
yo.
said it could be deemed to be difficult.
I didn't say
No.
what I want anyone to do. I never.
Why couldn't the black men decide to go with the white women before he had the kids with the black women?
I never said.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't.
because y'all come and knocking us up.
They could. They could. I never said that. I
And then
don't
y'all
want.
going
You
and
wait till
wiping
they
with the
get
white lady.
hard, then they want to leave.
Why do y'all
Easier.
feel like y'all have to have it easy? If we have it hard, or everybody else why do
Not
y'all
necessarily
take the
easy, or maybe-
route?
Because everyone has choices.
You
You're
gotta
allowed
have
to
the right
make
word
choices.
with all these women.
You're allowed to make choices in your own life.
You're allowed to make choices,
black women
why,
aren't?
why dump on
Black
the
women
same
aren't?
people that
Able to make
brought you
choices.
into this
Yeah, they
world?
can make
It's
choices.
kind of
Some
what
of them are
we're getting
difficult
at.
to deal
So
with.
do you think that if a man has a choice
Sometimes black
of
women are
you and another equally beautiful,
Stringent.
equally yoked white woman, you think he would take the white woman
Black
over
women
you?
can't lead a kid.
Oh,
though.
absolutely.
What about
Even
you?
though I do everything that I can, like I was engaged at one point. I did everything that I could possibly do, and I was with a white man. It
Oh,
did
no.
not matter. In totality, he was racist. And I don't even know if he knew that or if he was just hiding it from himself. But,
It's a
I had
terminology for
to,
that, too.
you still have to deal with that aspect as a black woman dealing with the, Caucasian side of things.
Yeah.
You're not fully going to be accepted. Even if you are, it's probably
Let me
going to be
guess.
a few
Are
people.
you mixed race?
Yes, I'm Nigerian, Sicilian, and Irish.
Okay. All right.
I grew up in East Islip, like I said, Suffolk County. We deal with a lot of different things, and in
A lot of
Suffolk
racism out
County,
there. You can say it.
in Suffolk,
It's racist as fuck
I
out
was basically the token student in the class. So out of 23 to 24 kids, I was that one black student in class. So I didn't really have that opportunity to even learn about anything regarding the African American culture and history. They don't teach that.
Yeah.
So I'm
You
very
gotta learn on the
biased when it
streets.
comes to that a little bit.
Can't even learn on the street.
But it
It depends.
we
Yeah,
suffer
go ahead.
a lot when it comes.
Say what you got to say. Go ahead,
You
Naima.
know how, like, let's say men, let's say you playing basketball, you going to the gym, you going to the parks to practice, you playing little games on the side, and you like, ooh, all that hard work paid off, and I'm here where I'm at now.
Right.
Why y'all can't do the same in a relationship? Y'all start running and crying as soon as a woman raises her voice, or
Brothers
she
are more
having a
loyal to
bad
their
couple of
barber than
days
they
or
are to
months,
their leader.
and you want to take flight. What happened to sticking it out, going through those hard times, and make sure y'all solid at the end?
I mean, I agree with that, but I feel like the same goes for women. A lot of times women bail on
Yeah,
a
they check
man
out.
too,
Once
and
they
he
check
hasn't
out-
he
I
hasn't
feel
gotten
like
himself
that's
together.
Let me check back in.
I feel like we go
We ride out before we bail out.
10,000
Yes.
miles.
All right, that's a good topic. Let me read some comments
Takes us a
first,
lot to get
'cause
tired.
we have some comments. Lovely Day 7232 said black men want the soft life. It's tiring. Don't want that type of man.
Soft
Okay.
I like that.
I like that.
I like that.
I like that.
All right.
I like that.
Courtney, emotionally, faithfully.
Who wants the hard
and all
life?
those
Yeah,
aspects.
who wants the hard?
You can get
I would like the soft
No,
life.
black men don't wanna work
MDJ Production said,
That's
"Wow."
not
Lovely Day again said, "I want to be labeled a strong black woman. I'm not owning that. I need love and time off, and not taking on all this world's stereotypes of us."
Yes.
Okay.
Dope Girl said, "You should be judged." This is her probably directing it straight to me. "You should be judged because instead of uplifting your black queen, you run being weak." Okay, Lauren. All right.
Hey, Lauren.
Run.
Yes,
Touche.
Lauren.
Let's say, Lovely Day again. Ask Diddy how that worked. Put for him going to the other races. They're testifying against him in court right now. Let's see who we got.
Okay.
Yeah, Lovely Day is on the check-in.
Lovely
All right.
day, huh?
All right, yeah. So,
So
I never said that I would immediately run when times got hard. Like I stuck it out with a woman for quite a long time, dealing with a lot.
then
of,
you ran. I was right next to you, so
Exactly. You was right next to me.
sometimes you gotta know when to leave, man.
Yeah, you gotta know when
Because
to
I'm
fold
telling
it.
you right now, when women check out emotionally, it's very difficult. They don't come back.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that
They don't
definitely
come back.
happened.
It's like The Walking Dead. You either gotta shoot them in the head or leave.
It's
We
all
have
come back.
given you way more than multiple chances
Yeah, I
before
know.
then.
Right.
You know,
Right.
to stop that. We work very hard to save our relationships. Whether you see it or you don't see it,
Right.
we care about the small things. Maybe not everybody. I know a lot of people care about like the bigger things as well, but like it's always the little things. Are you thinking about me when you're going to the grocery store? Are you thinking about me if you're just listening to a song? Share the song. You know,
Yeah.
that's kind of what I'm getting
Do you
at.
text me when I'm at work? Things
Exactly.
like that.
And this is for everybody. It take 2 seconds to hit up the person that you care about.
And I just want to say one thing. It's not always the black woman that's angry, because I had an angry black man. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying?
I get that.
And I feel a certain way because I'm a single mother of 7, and it was hard.
Damn.
And I had to make the decision to take my kids away to have a better life.
Was it a situation where there was like emotional and
It
physical
was
violence
drugs,
involved?
alcohol, and domestic violence involved.
Now,
7 kids,
don't
huh?
take this personal,
Wait
but
a
I
minute,
gotta ask.
Wait a
you.
minute.
Hold on, let me ask my
Yeah, I
question.
saw red flags.
That
Yes.
was my question. Did you know about this before you
It
began a
took me.
family
It
with
took
him?
me a while to realize, and then even years later, after he stopped drinking and things like that, he was mentally ill. So like the drugs, alcohol was really like masking everything.
But by that time, you were already invested in him with the family and emotions and probably property and finances.
Yeah, so I was forced to make the decision to take my kids so they could have a better life.
Okay.
And that's the
Seven
attitude,
kids,
but
you know?
that's the attitude because
And I'm not angry. I'm still
Because,
happy.
like-
I'm not angry.
we give you chance after chance after chance and wait and hope, before we actually step away. But we don't get the same in return. So that's where the anger is. Like there is nobody holding the black woman down.
Yeah, nobody wants to be a single parent.
And
what
not
I
for
mean?
And we want our black kings. We want our black kings. Like when we outside and we looking, it might be a fine. I'm like, oh, that's a cute white boy. But a black man standing right next to him is always better.
And I need somebody I can relate with. You know what I'm saying?
It's always better. We want our
What you
kings.
said
You know what I
about the
mean?
red
It's
flag.
Naima.
I can honestly say, like, even in my relationship, I have 3 kids. I'm raising by myself now. I had to leave that toxic situation alone. We will literally stay there to the end till we dried up. But we see the red flags, but as black women, we don't want to leave. We want to try to help you better, like help you help yourself.
But
That's
you
what
don't
we
see
there
that
for.
that's where they're putting you before the kids.
Yeah.
Because they could have been left because of the kids.
So
To say that a woman don't put you before the
we recognize
kids.
the red flags. We just
You know what I'm
trying
saying?
to
You gotta
weigh
think
out.
about
We're
it in
trying
a
to
mental
fight
way,
with it.
not so much in the
we're trying
verbal.
to help you help yourself.
Right.
So we do see the red flags, but us as black women, we always trying to fix a guy.
Okay.
We almost try to fix a guy. Thought I was on the streets. I'm gonna say guy. We try to fix
You're a mechanic,
a guy.
huh?
Yeah.
You're a mechanic.
You know what I mean? We try to fix y'all before we let y'all go. We be at our last straw. Shout out to that movie. We be at our last straw, you know?
Last straw.
It
Yes.
definitely
Absolutely.
changes us.
Yeah.
For sure. Like I definitely can say the last 2 relationships I've been in, being physical and mental abuse, those were the ones that I stayed in and tried the hardest, because I'm like, even though I knew it wasn't me, I'm like, what am I doing wrong? What is it? And I'm asking them every single
Right.
week, like, what is it that I'm doing?
We
Mind
take and
you,
put
Do you
everything
carry
else.
emotional trauma to your current and new relationships from your
Oh,
old
absolutely
relationships?
not. I never did, because at the end of the day, the new person that I'm seeing, regardless of if they're a good person or not, wasn't the person that I saw before.
For a minute, I was a runner.
Will I go in knowing that these are red flags that I need to look out for? Absolutely, because at the end of the day, I need to
gotta learn
protect
from it.
myself. I need to protect my spirit. And
your
I'm
peace.
not
You
just
learn
gonna
your
let
lesson.
Yep.
anybody run me down because I think I can fix them and I'm in love with them, regardless, depending on how long I'm talking with them. At the end of the day, we need to protect our own peace. I think that's all what we're searching for at the end of the day, whether it's with ourselves and with the partner, is to find that peace. We all just want to chill out, have our white picket fences, and
We just want somebody we can enjoy
I
life
feel
with.
I can even say, like, I don't take my emotional trauma or the damage that was done in the last relationship to
But
the
you
new
do.
one. I'm not myself standing outside looking at myself. So I can't sit here and say, no, I'm a new person, I'm new and approved in this new relationship. No, because if I didn't heal from that last relationship, it's possible that I'm taking it into the new relationship. But I don't come to harm.
Even
I'm
if you
probably,
heal, it's like
I'm
it
probably
comes
more
back.
Yeah, you
cautious,
still
like
have
than
triggers.
the norm. You'll do something that triggers something from my past, and I'll probably bring it up, and you don't want me to. But I'm not damaging the relationship. I have some stuff with me. You
Right.
see this blue backpack? It got, blue clues. I got the blue backpack. The Dora the Explorer? Yeah, I got a small backpack with me. And I might need help unpacking
And
it.
everybody
That's
does,
it,
but that's the
know?
problem.
And it
It's-
takes time, you know what I mean?
So I can't honestly say that I don't. My backpack probably a little smaller.
All right, so let's move away from the black and white trauma and all of that, and let's get into what we expect women to be looking for in a relationship. As far as what are you looking for? What are your
Boss lady,
your
what are you looking
your
for?
check marks? Height requirements, financial requirements, body type, like kids. Talk to me. What do you need from a man as far as somebody that's coming to you as a man? And just keep it very, very simple.
Somebody coming to me as a man just needs to know what he wants in his life, or is already in what it is that he's trying to do with his life.
So, income doesn't matter?
Yes, it does.
Income matters. Like, you have to be employed.
Okay.
You have to be employed. You have to have something that you're doing with yourself.
Okay, that's fair. Do you have height requirements?
Not anymore. I used to have stats. I used to want 200, 225, 230 pounds, 6'4". I used to want all of that. But all of that was was external, because sometimes it came with this. So you got all of this, and I'm like, oh yeah, and then this is no.
Yeah, you can never tell.
It doesn't. No,
Sometimes
but now
big things come in small packages.
But now, all the time, big things come in small packages. But now, this is just fine by me.
Yeah.
As long as you have a
So
job,
that's not important.
we
So-
could go hang out. We could have a good time together. You eating the pussy. You gotta eat the pussy with this.
There you go.
Fellas, you
this.
gotta eat the pussy with this.
If you got
and the butt.
If you got this,
And the butt.
then your head game.
And you gotta do 69, or excuse me, it's 77. 73 is what the lady said. You gotta do 73. What's
They got new
73?
numbers now?
Yeah, you wanna know what 73 is?
I'm learning some
73
things
is
today.
69 with 3 fingers.
Hey, yo.
I'm a Scorpio, so I agree with you. High five.
Okay.
My lord.
69 with 3 fingers.
I don't count that.
72,
My
72,
lord.
Shit.
72.
All right, Denise, what are your requirements? What do you have height requirements, income requirements?
Income is important because I want to be able to enjoy life with somebody. I want to say that I don't look for the perfect physique, because that's not the most important to me. I'm looking for a good connection, somebody I could communicate well with and have understanding with.
Okay.
And just somebody I can enjoy life with. Somebody I feel that has my back. Somebody I could go
So
with.
they could be 5'6", broke, as long as they know how to
No.
communicate?
No, she said income is important.
Oh, income.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm only 5'3", so that's 5'6" is
5'6" is
fine.
fine.
5'6"?
She's like, all right.
That's a
I
tall
said
midget.
What about
gonna
you?
try
You
a
have
midget.
income requirements? This
gonna try a
25-year-old?
midget. Try a midget.
Well, absolutely,
I get on my
especially in today's world. I very much
You did
think,
anyway, baby.
you know, depending on the types of jobs that go on, that it should be like a 50-50, 70-30. Like, as long as things are being taken care of and are being taken care of on time, cool with that. I don't want no scrub.
Facts. Okay.
Scrub is a guy who can't get from up to me. All right? I have been hollered at from the passenger side of their best friend's ride. No.
Okay.
No.
Wait a minute, man.
But-
This is not fair.
It is fair, because I'm done carrying people. All right? I've been a young little sugar baby paying for everything. I'm done.
Sugar babies don't pay.
I'm
do they?
over
I
it.
feel that.
Sugar
babies
mama,
that
whatever.
Yeah.
You a sugar mama?
I was
More
sugar
like a sweet
mama.
low mama. You ain't old enough to be no sugar
All right,
mama.
Naima, what do you think? I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
But, you know, I want somebody who is going to support me in my dreams, not judge me.
Okay.
You know, regardless, we all judge, but, you know, listen with open ears and open arms. Have that trust and loyalty, and be able to build and have communication.
That's a lot.
Communication is listen, all of those things are what I expect from myself. What I expect from other people is, you know,
Now remember,
what I expect
she's
to give
25.
to other
Yeah, it's
people.
different. I know.
Okay.
Those expectations
She's
might
25.
dwindle as
It's
she
gonna
gets
change
older.
as she gets
It's gonna
It will change.
But I had no care in the world before, and it put me in bad situations. So now it's like, okay, I need somebody that's at my level and is willing to grow with me,
Right.
instead of staying at the same level that when we started 2 years ago. Why are you still living at your mom's house?
We have a question from the chat. Lovely Day said, all you're asking for, are you willing to give the same?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I am willing to give even more than that.
That's good. All right, Naima, what are you expecting from a man? What are you looking for, your requirements?
All right, where the camera at? So, Casey watching. So, boo. Let me stop. I'm not going to say I'm hard on this, but as you can see, I have long legs. I'm 5'7", so I can't. I love you short guys, but no short dudes, please.
Short kings get no love?
Y'all get a hug, but not a relationship.
Wow.
But no, I definitely want somebody I can look eye to eye. I'm not big on income, but I don't want no bum. Like, if you work at McDonald's, save me a burger or something. Bring home a burger or something. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Right,
I'm not that picky no more. You get what I'm saying? I wasn't even picky back then because I ended up with a sorry sack of shit. But listen, I'm not that picky. I just want a man with a good heart. That is hard to find. A man with a good heart that is loyal, because we're not supposed to be sharing dicks, toothbrush, or panties. Okay?
Okay.
That whole part.
Okay.
And
gotta remember that
I would love to be in a relationship with a guy that has a very good family foundation. Because if he has a messed up family foundation, he can't bring nothing to this already made family table. So if I'm looking for somebody, he has to be okay with his mama. If he's not okay with his mama, he's not going to be okay to me. So I look for that. I look for the family foundation. And please come with good credit, because my credit ain't that good.
At least she keeping it real. I respect.
You know, and we
I
can work on
respect
each
that.
other. But this is what I'm gonna say. This is how I'm gonna end it. I'm willing to work with this man if he's showing potential. A trying man, my mother always told me, is a good man. But if he ain't trying, he can't come this way. And you short men, don't come this way.
Don't. Hey, yo.
You know, but I'm willing. I don't care what kind of job you work. If you're showing that you're willing to get up and go work. You could be out here washing windows. I'm gonna make sure I buy you a scrunchie and a spray. You get what I'm saying?
I'm gonna give you this nice towel. Make sure you keep yourself dry.
Yeah, so I'm not really picky. I just want a man with a good heart, that's loyal, that could look me in the eye, and he know how to treat a woman. He don't have trauma from, yeah. And yeah, that's all I'm saying.
All right. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate that. All
right, cool.
Well, yeah, we're gonna wrap this up today. But
I just have one question before you wrap
Go right
it up. As men that been out there, no, I'm only playing.
how you know I've been out there? I have,
No,
but how you know?
I always wanted to know what is like the 3 major things you look for when you want a mate. I said it like an animal. When you're looking
3
for a
major
woman,
things.
like what are you really looking for? Like to be
All right,
honest.
so I'll be honest. The first thing that a man is going to be attracted to is appearance. All right? Every man has a different expectation when it comes to appearance. Some men like short women, some men like tall, some women like big, some women like small. Every man is going to be different. So that's the first thing. The next thing is personality. You know, you have to be personable, and I want a woman who's going to be into me as much as I'm into them. Like, I'm not going to be chasing a woman. I'm done with that. I'm not chasing nobody.
Right.
All right, so
Power walk?
no, I'm not doing that either. So if I'm getting interest and energy from you, you'll get it back from me. All right, so that's number 2. And now we're still talking about the dating stage or whatever, interest, and then, like I said, respect. Like respect. So for me, it's in this order. It's obviously appearance, it's personality and interest, and respect. So if I find a woman that has a respect, I don't really, care too much about their past and, what they do. And men don't care about what you do for a living.
I'm about to say, what about income?
We don't care about that.
We don't
shit.
care about that.
We don't care. You could work at McDonald's.
Some of
literally.
y'all care.
But
really care.
Some of y'all care though.
if you treat me the way I want to be treated, I'm gonna make sure that you good.
Are you
can
gonna
get
hold
all
it over
kinds
their
of
head
stuff
though is the question.
without-
Because
Absolutely.
a lot
Absolutely.
of men
No,
do
kidding.
that.
You really can. It's usually
You know,
feminine
and that's
powers.
where we start coming into like, all right, now I have to be the boss because of the fact that whatever this man or these men have bought me in the past, they've held over my head. So I'm not gonna let them buy me anything, even if it's some chicken McNuggets.
Those are men that have character flaws and character issues, and like you said, too bad for them.
Absolutely.
Too bad for them.
You gonna buy me some
So-
chicken McNuggets and not be mad?
I would love to buy
Yeah.
some chicken
I'll buy you
McNuggets.
some nuggets with sauce too.
All right, so
You could get cheese.
Greg,
Ooh.
we'll go through our segments real quick, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Just get it off your chest real quick, and
Get off your chest after all of this feminine energy out here. I don't even know how to get it off my chest right now.
It's okay, we're listening.
But what I'm saying is getting off my chest is dating nowadays. Dating nowadays is very difficult because, women, you can just scroll and scroll and scroll and look at like 500 different men. When back in the days, you had to actually go out and meet people
and you
face
can
to
scroll
face.
through your DM.
You know what I mean? So now they're looking at your whole life, they're looking at this, they're looking at that. Before you even meet somebody, you already got this ordained notion about them, how to, instead of getting to know the people the way they used to be. Like say, how you doing, what's your name, let me get your number, and I call you, and you got a call on your phone, I got a call on my phone, we sit there, we talk, we meet each other, we go out. Nowadays, if I don't like you 2 seconds later, I can scroll somebody else, I can scroll somebody else, I can scroll. So it's difficult to get somebody's attention with all these people. It's just, you know what I mean? It's the worst, man. Internet
You
dating
gotta have the right-
is a difficult thing.
Right
I
talent.
have to agree with that.
I'm
A lot
not
of times
a fan
they
of
don't
internet
end
dating.
well.
I want to meet the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I want to throw you in the back of my van and drive on.
I think oh my God.
Wow.
Is there a standard wait time when you meet somebody to ask them to actually go out?
No, I don't think so. I think you can ask somebody to go out like as soon as you get their number. Like if I met you somewhere and I got your number or your Instagram, which is what they're doing nowadays, I'm gonna hit you up and be like, "Yo, what you doing on Friday?" Or "What you doing? Like, what's your work schedule?"
See, and a lot of things is, well, what you doing?
You know, I'm like,
But then
what-
there's no follow through. So I'm not. I
I'm
ran
like, what's
down
your
what
work
I'm
schedule?
doing.
You know, let's go somewhere.
But that's the type of phone call that the ladies want.
But you can be
Okay.
kind of intimidating. You are a little bit intimidating.
I can be intimidating.
Don't
I
tell a
know who
woman
I
that,
am.
man. Don't tell
No, well, it's true. Not in a bad way. But
I know
when
who I
you
am.
see her across the room, you be like, you know what?
I've been
I need to have a
intimidating
401k
like
and a Mercedes Benz. I need, you know what I mean?
Yes,
Like, I ain't
I
talking
remember
about
that.
You know what I mean?
But that's now. I'm maybe I come off a little intimidating now because I'm not.
All right, let's not
I'm
talk
not
over each
intimidating.
other.
But if you confident, that shouldn't be an issue.
That's the thing. I need somebody with some confidence.
Exactly.
need
Okay.
a
All
home.
right. So now we're gonna wrap it up with a moment with Dr. Chris.
A moment with
Okay.
Dr. Chris.
So my moment with Dr. Chris today is basically just about relationships and men and women. Now we don't just want different things. We're often wired differently, and that's okay. That's not a flaw. It's just a feature. You know, a lot of times women are looking for emotional security, communication, connection. They want to be, they want to be seen and heard
Intimacy.
and felt, not just touched on. You know what I'm
Desired,
saying? But men are different. Men are looking for different things, just like we
You
said.
need food and sex. We good.
Men are looking for, loyalty, respect. You know, they want to be, they want that feeling of being needed, and they don't want to just feel like they're being tolerated. They want to be appreciated. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the problems start, though. We judge each other through the lens of our own expectations. You know what I'm saying? A man might think she's always complaining, so she doesn't appreciate me enough. Or a woman might think, he doesn't listen to me, or he doesn't, talk or speak to me enough, so he doesn't love me enough. And that's not necessarily the case, because you're not loving a reflection of you. You're loving a whole different person with different wiring. So basically, just don't expect, the person, don't expect your partner to see the world through your eyes. You have to learn how they see it and try to love them through that.
Okay.
You know?
You gotta compromise.
Communication
It's all
is
about
key.
compromising
Exactly.
and compromising.
Absolutely, man.
And when you let go of judgment and lean into understanding and let go of expectation and lean into
Yes.
communication, then you don't have to look for love, because love will find you.
And
And
it
that-
comes
Like,
with
he should be
growth.
great at this relationship.
I should be.
Not so much.
Not so much. And that's a moment with Dr. Chris. So
Words are good.
thank you.
Words
All
are
right. So listen, I want to thank you, lovely ladies, for coming on our show. Even though we had some, altercations and some little mishaps, we still made it happen, and I enjoyed you guys.
You guys were
And
great.
I would love to have y'all back, another time. Come on up, Keesh. Come, say hi.
What up to Keesh, the creator of Bruised.
Come say hi. Keesh, tell everybody about your play.
Hey everyone, this is Keesh Skye with Skybox Conversations, and I want you guys to all get your tickets, ticketleap.com, to the stage play Bruised. I have amazing, I can't ask for anything more, team. They're talented, they're great, they're beautiful, they're handsome, they putting all their work into it, and the team that I have for my media is awesome. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Old Man
I
Gang.
love them, Old Man Gang. I couldn't have done it any better. I love this for my first production. Get your ticket at ticketleap.com.
Give them the date of the show.
The date of the show is October 11th, 2025, 4 p.m. at the Merritt Theater.
Got you. Thank
October
you.
11th.
Thank you. Give it up for Keesh Skye. And this is her cast members. All right.
Absolutely.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on the Old Man Gang. Until next time, stay strong, stay healthy, and stay safe. Old Man Gang out. Peace.
That was interesting.